Abacus Auction Sale 236, video file for lot 1114. This is a carton of mostly family mail that's never before been on the market, and much of it inwards, airmails to Australia. Nice item to start with the 3 of the 4 Castle values. That's 1958 in fact. And there's 1961. They're not all large covers. 7p postcard rate to the USA in 1939. Women's Internment Camp, Isle of Man. There's a few of these. This is a larger cachet, but and earlier, so they're clearly different. This one's got serifs, which this one doesn't have. Both going to Hale and Cheshire. Again, they're from Russian internment camp, or Russian. And again, they're family correspondence. The family were Jewish. They escaped from Germany before the war, but they were interned on the Isle of Man. So this is 1941 to Athens. No service, returned to sender. Nice item. And this one to Holland, 6th of May, which was the date that... no, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. It's the date the penny black was issued, so maybe that's a first day cover for that stamp. One of the threepence to South Australia, but underpaid. Unpaid. This one is to Moscow, and a couple of retour or something or other. 1947. Formula aerogram to Australia. The odd better stamp. It's not a phosphor. Regionals, Scotland, and Wales, but they're used in London. Western Union cablegram with the WU, is that a triple U? Perfin. Insufficient postage prepaid for transmission by airmail. And another one. Like the Jusqua bars on that. Is that one implement or 2? 2 strikes of the one, not sure. Scotland used in Scotland. That's better. That's a good item. Newspaper. And this is literally just scratching the surface because it's a huge carton. This is a good item. Parcel piece. The festival, 10 shillings. And this Dr. Roman was an academic, moved to moved to Adelaide and had academic appointments there. And then his son, who's our vendor, became the editor of an academic journal, printed matter, and his mail's included here too. Guernsey, commercial. So I think everything here is commercial, which is rather nice. That's a penny halfpenny stamp to order envelope, and it's been reused by putting this label and another stamp on it. So it's a rather unusual item. 2p halfpenny Northwestern gas board. No registered service to Japan. That's 1949. So that's a really good item. That's showing how services into Japan were restricted. So it would have been sent, but at least I think it would have been sent, but not as registered mail. Stamp removed. Lots of meters, as you would expect from this sort of source. Fair bit of interest in the postmarks, and yes, there's quite a bit of duplication in some areas. It looks like another reused item. Common thing after the Second World War, when people were very stretched in their resources. Blood donors are still urgently needed. Christmas label and post early for Christmas, good combination. Another reused. This is mostly internal GB stuff in this section. Having said that, these are all to Adelaide. But there's been no attempt to look at the stamps for phosphors or varieties or anything like that. It's just a case of here it is. Quite a bit of interest in the slogans. That is 1958. Nice parcel piece. That stamp is all there, but it's a bit about. Fly by British Airlines. Whoops. Stacks and stacks of stuff. I know there's a lot of better things in here, which I haven't found, but it was extensively viewed when we were up in Sydney last weekend, and it ended up all over the place, and Torsten spent half an hour repacking it on one occasion. So I expect a lot of good things have been buried near the bottom of the box, which is the way of viewers in many cases. Got a little handful of small ones here. Society for Analytical Chemistry. So that's a letter sheet. Don't see many of those in the 20th century. Nice usage of the commemoratives. And the 1 and 3 is a phosphor. So I think for anybody doing Wildings or postal history of the period, this is probably an extremely good lot. Certainly if it was an Australian lot, people would be all over it, and there's certainly a lot of interest in it. Many people have inquired about it and so on. It's just impractical to go through all of it. What I've shown you is probably 5% of the total